and welcome to this episode of Car Wash Magazine Live. I am your host, Matt Wolf, Editor-in-Chief of Car Wash Magazine. This week, we've got an exclusive look for you at what's coming up at the Car Wash Show 2021 in Las Vegas, November 15 through 17. This is the show. I don't know if that works or not, but we're going to go with it. Look, if you're not registered yet, you can do that at thecarwashshow.com. And why should you come to the show? Well, friends, because this industry is changing. It's changing fast, and we have not gathered in a couple of years. And so it's time for us to reunite, to regather, to connect with friends, and to come away with lots of great ideas to make our business better and to take us up a notch. So here's the thing, right? We've got a special promotional code for you from our friends over at Talk Car Wash. I picked this up off the wire, if you will. I'm going to put that up for you right now. We've got code TCW21. All right, so you register for the show, you enter that code, and that's going to get you entered into a contest to win one of two grand prizes. In that grand prize, up to $500 toward your flight, a paid hotel, upgrade to the premium pass, and some spending cash, and just knowing that you won. I mean, you're going to Vegas. Why not enter a competition? Why not win? Why not use the promo code TCW21 right down there when you register for the show? Got to do it, though, before October 8th. Got it? October 8th, 5 p.m., cutoff time, then you're out. You can't be in the contest. So do that. Get registered. Check it out. Look, one of the main things in this grand prize package, I think anyway, is the premium pass. So that gets you upgraded to our best top tier education package. And just to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what you can expect in that package, check out this clip from Sean Dubervac, who was on our show just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I think that's a great challenge for businesses, especially smaller businesses, is who's going to do all of this, right? Who's going to do all of the data analytics? And in some ways, I joke that we're all data scientists now. We're all going to have this data available to us, and now we need to figure out what to do with it. So some of the systems that we will be employing in the future will help with that. And a lot of times when I talk with other businesses and other industries, it's the chief operating officer or it's the small business owner. It falls to them, and they'll need to work through that. But data science is definitely something that's going to stay with us, and we're going to have to figure out what's valuable, what's important to look at as we, again, kind of feed it back into the system. That's the important thing here, is we want to empower the data to be able to make decisions in the environment. And I think over time, a lot of that will start to happen autonomously. So we're going to let the data, we're going to empower the data to make decisions for us. What messages Matt should get, maybe what pricing Matt is seeing. Mm-hmm. There's no reason why we can't customize the pricing for each individual user based upon the type of vehicle they drive, perhaps, how frequently they're coming. If you look at other industries, airlines, for example, when we all fly to Vegas to go to the show, yep, we're going to have the opportunity to buy different seats. Yeah. And all of those seats have different pricing. And the airlines have figured out which seats have the strongest demand and where there's a willingness to pay for those given seats. And so the same thing's going to come to every industry. Think about that with car washes, where you're going to be able to customize each individual decision and allow the data to play a role there.
All right, so that is Sean Dubervac. He is going to blow your mind at the Car Wash Show, November 15 through 17 in Las Vegas. If you're just tuning into the program, this is the show. We're giving you an exclusive look at what you can expect from the Car Wash Show in Las Vegas. Look, you can take my word for it, but I always realize that it is much better for you all to hear from others about their experience, and we're going to share right now with you a couple of clips from some operators who are super pumped to come to this show.
My name is Justin Alford, and I'm from Benny's Car Wash here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. My family's been in the car wash business since 1951, so I'm a third-generation car wash guy, and we have been part of the ICA since the beginning. My grandfather told me many stories about some of the first and original ICA meetings, and I just wouldn't miss it. It's just something I look forward to as our family vacation growing up. And I have not missed one since 1989 when I was in college. So well over 30 years, and I'm really looking forward to the one this year. I've been to many other trade shows, and what makes this one special to me is it's basically the time to see family and friends. The car wash guys and the people in this industry are family and friends to me from all over the world, and it's a chance to see them. I can't wait to give them a high five. It's been a couple of years now with the pandemic, and that's the thing I look forward to the most. Sure, the information is great. The information sessions are invaluable. Everything you learn there and the new equipment and the new technology. I'm really looking forward to all the new vendors that are going to be here this year because that's what really makes it exciting. But for me, it's seeing family and friends again. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Bruce ARNETT with Mr. Clean Car Wash, Genesis Modular Car Wash Buildings, and ACES, Automotive Car Wash Equipment Services. And what I'm most excited about this upcoming show is basically just getting together with our friends and all the people that we know in the industry. This past year, if there's anything that we've learned from this past year, it's really how important it is to be in front of everybody and the fellowship with all our friends in the industry and everything. So I'm certainly looking forward to that. For me, this show, it's amazing to be able to go to a show and just see so much growth in so many different ways. You see friends and colleagues of yours that have gone from position to position with different companies. You see companies that started out small and are enormous now. You see some that come and go. So just the overall history for the show, and this show provides such an amazing platform for everybody. It really is exciting for me versus other shows that I attend throughout the year. This show has so much meaning to it and so many personal connections. I remember one show, all the way stuck in the back corner was this obscure little 10 by 10 booth with this character, Milad Chabot, and he was peddling water-based hydraulic fluid. And I got to tell you, I felt like I found a diamond and we've been using water-based hydraulic fluid ever since. But that was a funny experience because we'd walked the entire floor, and the one really cool thing that we all left that particular show from was that the water-based hydraulic fluid all the way in the back corner of the show. So it just shows that you have to hit every square inch of the show.
All right, and now joining us on the program is Carrie North, VP of Partnerships for International Car Wash Association. Carrie, welcome.
Hello, welcome. We're twinning.
We are twinning. I have other clothes, I promise. I just like to wear this shirt for the show.
It's very cozy.
It is very cozy. It's breathable. It's got all the right features. Hey, Carrie, this show coming up is going to be the first one that we've been able to kind of gather at in more than 2 years, at least for the car wash show, the big one. There's been a lot of movement on the supplier side of the industry and the operator side, but today I want to know, what has all that supplier side movement done to the trade show floor? What should we expect?
Well, I can tell you that it is full. It's very exciting because even though we've got two companies that are buying up a lot of the smaller buying up a lot of companies, we still have a lot of folks on the trade show floor. So this year we have over 370 exhibiting companies, with 90 of them new since we were last together in 2019. So this is a great opportunity to hear all about those new technologies and new product and services from companies that you might not have ever met before, and you may be hearing about because they've been all over the boards or whatnot. But I do think it's a great chance to reconnect also with the existing companies on the trade show floor and find out all about the new things that are happening. Even though we've got all these acquisitions, they're still pumping out a lot of great new solutions for you. For operators. Yeah, there's
just a ton of movement, and I think it's hard to stay up on that if you're not physically face-to-face having a conversation with somebody. And so that's the unique thing about the trade show floor that enables you to go in, find some time, maybe a few minutes. There's still going to be a ton of people running around, right? This is going to be a busy floor, but you can have those conversations, you can get updates, you can kind of feel like you know what's going on with your favorite supplier companies. So that's super exciting. The other side of this, obviously, the trade show floor is a huge component of why you go to the car wash show, but there's also an education component. And while there's a fantastic premium pass opportunity for folks to get some top tier speakers, there's some really outstanding programming from a supplier side as well. Can you share a little bit about what that looks like?
Yeah, be sure to check out the schedule because we've got 60-minute partner solution sessions, and then that will take place in the mornings, and then 20-minute pitch sessions that will take place during the afternoons on the trade show floor. So great opportunities for all of our exhibitors to share their stories, share their case studies about specific products and services that they offer. So it's just a nice chance to reconnect and again, learn from everyone who knows best. So some of those suppliers know what how their product works the best, and this is the best opportunity to get in front of those guys.
Yeah, it's the only place that you can really get the full case study effect, right? Because when you're on the show floor and you're trying to have that interaction, you might only get a couple of minutes. But if you can get that dedicated time, that's when it's really worth going to check it out. You can get a deep dive on some of these technologies that have been moving very quickly over the last couple of years and make some good decisions for your business. Anything else from an exhibitor's side that I should be looking for as an operator coming to this show? What should we be expecting?
Well, just some new technologies, new services. Like I mentioned, there's all kinds of new companies on the trade show floor that are excited to meet with you. And services, plenty of services offered to you. If there's something that you're not finding on the show floor, let me know because I want to make sure that we get them on the show floor for next year. But we're excited to host you. They are excited to host you, meaning the exhibitors are so excited to have you there and help bring some new ideas to your business.
Well, to say that we're excited to be back is maybe the understatement of the century, but we are excited. And Carrie, I know exactly where you're going to be the whole time, so we'll be looking for you as you're kind of walking the show floor. And for everybody else out there, if they see you, make sure to say hello.
Yes, say hello for sure. We're excited to host you guys. Can't wait to see you in Las Vegas in November.
All right, guys. So. That's a little bit of an update on what's going on, what you can expect from the trade show floor. You heard a little bit from Justin ALFORD and Bruce ARNETT about what they're looking forward to for this year's The Car Wash Show 2021 in Las Vegas, November 15 through 17. You can see that right down here. If you're just tuning in to this program, this is the show. We are talking all about the Car Wash Show, and we are giving you some exclusive access and insight into what you can expect at this year's show. So, how many times do you think I could say the show in this show? Hey, I want to tell you one other thing here. We've got an exclusive opportunity for you here. If you're watching this part of the program, this is a little Easter egg for you. We will have on the show floor this year a studio for Car Wash Magazine Live. We're going to have a space. We're going to be doing some presentations. We're going to be having some interviews and doing some programming there. We're also going to have a Plinko board. Yes, friends, a Plinko board where you can win some prizes if you're lucky enough to get selected to participate. I'm going to give you a chance right now to get a special prize from me, but you gotta reference this show and you gotta reference this exact moment in the show. I want you to come up to me at the show, at the studio, and you gotta tell me, Matt, Plinko was my favorite game, and Bob Barker is the bomb. Got it? Matt, Plinko is my favorite game, and Bob Barker is the bomb. All right, if you say that phrase the pace, you got it. I'll give you a special prize from me at the Car Wash Show 2021 in Las Vegas. Now, look, one of the things that I'm most looking forward to is seeing all of you, number one, and just getting to reconnect and talk to people and be with you all. And we've got a couple other folks that want to share their reasons why they're excited for the show. I'm going to go ahead and let them share those with you now.
Hi, I'm Tom Hoffman Jr. with HOFFMAN Car Wash and the Innovated Car Wash Equipment Company. So what I'm most excited about with this year's The Car Wash Show is being able to network with our fellow car wash operators again. These trade shows are where we learn our best ideas. It only takes one good idea to make the trip worthwhile. I ask people what they have seen on the trade show floor that caught their eye, and that's how I get my best ideas. The educational seminars are great. And again, another great place to network during those educational seminars. I've been going to trade shows for so long that there are so many people. There are so many people that we've met at trade shows, so many great relationships. Bruce Milan, Bill Martin, the Paisners, the Doms, the legends of the industry, Bob Hodge. There really isn't one guy or one person or one company or even one great idea. It's it's basically a trade show that's just part of our life, and it's just all the success of our company is primarily because of these trade shows.
Hi, I'm Bob DUBINSKY from Waterway Car Wash. I am super pumped about this year's car wash show. I cannot wait to go to Las Vegas in November. The biggest thing, I guess, is it's been so long since we were all together as an industry. So I can't wait to catch up with people. On top of that, I can't wait to see what's going on that's new from the vendors. I am just so excited to get out there. The growth of our industry has, continued at great speed, even during COVID and even during this period of time in between shows. And so, gosh, there's so much at Waterway that we're doing that we need help with. We need to find out solutions to problems, and I think and how to take advantage of opportunities, how to grow more effectively. All these things are challenges and opportunities that going to the show and is going to hopefully help us find solutions to.
There we go, friends. That was Bob DUBINSKY and Tom Hoffman Jr. Sharing why they're excited for the Car Wash Show. Tell me why you are excited for the Car Wash Show down in the comments below, and let's see what you come up with. I always love to read the comments. That's always a good idea. Hey, okay, so if you're just joining us, you missed maybe the mention earlier about the special promotion code from our friends over at Talk Car Wash that are gonna get you entered into an opportunity to win a premium pass and some cash and some hotel stay and all that kind of stuff. Go back to the earlier part of the program and find that. I'm not gonna give it to you again right now. Come on, now you got to be here for the whole show. But the premium upgrade is well worth it. And just to give you a little snippet about what you can expect here at the upcoming show, here is Chip Bell.
Let me think about it. We always encourage people to take an empathy walk with your customer, whether in your industry, it's take an empathy ride, and tell me what you're seeing. Tell me what you're looking at. Tell me what it means to you. And oftentimes we'll get some, I never thought about the fact that I'm having to sit from 4 to 6 minutes in my car and watch a blank wall. Wonder what I can do with that wall. And so it's getting the customer to teach us a lot about their experience. Yeah. And I think that's a piece of it.
Well, all right, so we've heard a lot this show about why you should come to the Car Wash Show. We've got some great operators telling us why they're coming. We've heard a little bit from the exhibit side in terms of what's going to be new and what we can expect. And there's always going to be a fantastic premium education offering at these shows. But now we're going to kind of go behind the curtain with ICA CEO Eric Wulf. Eric, welcome to the show.
Thank you. From behind the curtain. Yeah, happy to be here, man.
Behind the curtain, the wizard himself. Hey, speaking of behind the curtain, what in the heck is going on with that background?
Yeah, well, I mean, aren't we all tired of like the basic cubicle or blurred out background? So this, by the way, if you don't know, so Miracle Car Wash, I know you've got some Iowa roots, as I do from school and our family. So this is in Dubuque, Iowa. So Miracle Car Wash has been there for over 50 years washing cars. And it's one of my favorite signs actually out there. So I thought I'd bring it to you and the viewers today, Matt.
Yeah, I love it. We're just getting I mean, look, you can always have more Iowa love. I'm not going to lie.
That's right. Amen.
Hey, so speaking of things that have kind of been around for a long time, we've been doing the Car Wash Show, not always named that, but for a very long time. What's new this year? What should we be kind of watching out for this year?
Yeah, we've been doing it almost every year, but last year, right? Unfortunately. So we're past that. No more. I think a few things stand out for me as we think about what's going to be different in Las Vegas in November. Number one, you talked about premium education a second ago, but I think we're doing more on the floor and available to everybody, regardless of whatever pass they have, than we ever have before. So we've got our pitch theater on the show floor available to everybody. You're going to get a lot of content all throughout show hours there. And then these partner solutions sessions that we're doing as well, available to everybody. So I think in terms of, when you show up at the show, even if you get the basic pass, premium gets you more, but even the basic, you get so much with that ticket this year. Number two, I would say there's so much focus I know right now about industry consolidation. So, are we going to have 3 exhibitors in a few years? I don't think so, but here's what I think the better view of the future and what's happening with car wash. All of this activity, all this consolidation, all the stuff that's making headlines is attracting so many new companies. So whereas before they might not have thought about car wash because they had an outdated view of the industry from maybe an old car wash in their neighborhood, now they're like, oh my gosh, IPOs, private equity groups, stuff's going on. And so we're seeing a flood of new companies come in. So in terms of products and services and technology, I think you're going to see more new at this show than you've ever seen. I mean, at least in my time on the show floor. And the third thing I would say is I keep talking about this 915 number. It'll be 915 days from when we close the show in Nashville to when we open the show in Las Vegas, which is nuts. Think about the number of people, right, that are new to the industry. I mean, there have been people who've been working in the car wash industry for almost a couple of years now who have never been to a show, that you and I haven't met, who have tons of great ideas, who want to learn. And so the chance to meet new people, I mean, again, I don't think we'll ever have more new folks at the show than we ever have before.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I mean, you think about how much has changed in the last 2 years, especially considering it used to be a big deal if you were 5, 6, 7 locations. And now, like you're saying, so there are people who are 20, 30, 40 operation groups that we have no idea who they are. It's crazy.
Well, right. And not even just the number of car washes you've got. And by the way, I've got 0. So anything more than 1 is big to me, but not even number of car washes, but think about, you've seen this too, the people coming in. I mean, we've got folks coming in from all sorts of retail, other industries, right? Technology. I mean, people who have the kind of game and new ideas that are super exciting. So, even the folks building their first store, they're coming in with so many new ideas. It's just super exciting, and we can't wait to open the show for them.
And so, with all this growth, I think that one could make a pretty compelling argument that this particular car wash show may be one of the most important shows we've ever had. I mean, obviously you would agree, right?
You've got to have film on this from previous years, Matt. So, I've got a bit of a bias here, right? I'm always going to tell you it's important, but I would almost say, empirically or quantitatively, I think most folks would agree, look at what's happening in the industry, the number of stores being built, never more, the amount of capital coming in, never more, the headlines about the consolidation and M&A activity. I mean, there is just more things happening in the car wash industry than ever before. And so for that reason alone, I think it's more important. And I think too, we've done such a great job of raising expectations for the car wash customer. We know from our consumer research, 90% of people now don't wash their car at home anymore. They go to a professional car wash. Well, that's great. But that means we got to keep raising our game because we're not just being compared to the car wash down the street. I think we're getting compared to like the best in quick serve restaurants, the best in apps and technology, the best in customer service. So, coming to the show is always important. I'd say it's especially important if you're new. It's especially important if you want to grow because the customer demands more from us. And thankfully, I can say we've got more of those kinds of companies who can help you find those products and services than ever before.
Well, okay. So, we're saying that this show is important, and we think that it's the most important one that people should come to. What's the data saying? I mean, what's registration looking like? Are we getting there?
Yeah, here's the good news is we know these aren't usual times, right? As we've heard too much in the last year and a half. So we look at our trend data, even though how do we compare ourselves to previous years? I wasn't around during the Spanish flu years when we had a trade show. So the good news, though, I would say is we look at the last 4 years of trend data, and we're right in that band. So those are shows that were between 8,000 and 10,000 people. That's a really good show for the car wash show for us. So, who knows what the exact number will be? We don't do prognostications on that. That's not the business we're in. We're in the business of providing the very best trade show for the car wash industry, period. We know we're going to deliver on that. And right now it looks like those attendance trend lines are looking really positive.
Well, and for those who are going to be coming to the show or those who are considering registering, obviously, if you want to have an event like this in these unprecedented times, you've got to adhere to some rules, right? There's rules and regulations, and I know NRCC's coming up. I know they've got a mask mandate in place. I know NACS, they've got a mask requirement going on. What's the current status for the car wash show and the city of Las Vegas?
Yeah, similar for us, Matt, with the mask requirement right now for our show in November. Now, that's the result number one of there are requirements at the Las Vegas Convention Center. So we had to sort of choose our requirement. Having a no mask, no vaccination wasn't an option for us. So we chose the path that we think was going to be most best for our community. So we will be requiring masks. That being said, I mean, knock on wood, I don't want to tempt fate here, but it looks like, things aren't getting worse. That's for sure. And who knows in 6-7 weeks what it might look like. Perhaps those requirements would loosen, if anything, between now and when the show opens. But right now, yeah, just like those shows that you cite, we'll be having masks as the requirement for all participants at the show.
Gotcha. Well, and anybody who wants to stay updated on that, they can go to the health and safety page and they can get all the latest and greatest and all that kind of stuff. So that link is down here below. You guys can check that out if you want to. All right. So before I let you get back to it, I've got one more question that I want to know personally. What is it about this particular show that maybe you're really excited about or that you're most looking forward to?
Oh gosh. We've been working so hard to get to it. It's hard to stop and think about what we hope to personally experience when we're there. To be honest, I think a lot about our ICA team that has gone through canceling a show a year and a half ago, planning with some changing dates along the way. And I think about the amount of effort they've put into this. And I think about one of the things that our entire team loves the most is being with other people, being with this car wash community. And it's been a long time. There hasn't been many industry events. I mean, a lot of us had a great time at the Southwest show down in Texas this past June, but the road shows, the regular industry get-togethers just haven't been happening really. So honestly, I think for me, and I'm happy for our team at ICA headquarters that we get a chance to shake the hands or hug the shoulders of those we haven't seen in a long time. And then also meet a lot of those people who are new to the business, some of whom we've talked to over Zoom, or enough, or we've talked to over the phone. Now we finally get to see those people. So we're in the community business. All of our people are wired in that way. So I'm really excited for our staff to have that chance to be with our community again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty excited to get out of this basement room. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I know how you feel, man.
Well, hey, those of you watching at home, this program, we're going to take this thing, speaking of things that are new and fun at the show, this will be live at the Car Wash Show, November 15th through 17th in Las Vegas. We've got some great prize opportunities coming up for you. There's, we're throwing around this idea of a pretty fun game that I love from my childhood. We're not going to spoil it for you yet, but there's going to be some great prizes for you there. Make sure you're checking that out. Come by, check out all of our programming. If leading up to that, you just want to get more great stories, more car wash inspiration and ideas, you can do that at carwashmagazine.com. And friends, you know what I'm going to say. When you're out there this weekend and you're killing it washing cars, there's just one thing you've got to do, and that is keep it clean.
I'm just having a good day, having a good day.